What's going on YouTube? Stealing Likes here, and you guys have caught me once again handing the cookie jar out here trying to snatch me some likes.
Bringing a late one to you guys tonight, and basically, big part of the reason why tonight's battle is late is because I was looking to do a couple 6 vs 6 matches. I know that Dow had requested a couple earlier this week, and I've actually missed them. So I went looking for a couple of people to battle. Unfortunately, Cerebi not as interested in battling tonight. So I will be bringing more Battle Spot battles. Obviously, tomorrow will be Battle Spot because it'll be the first survival lock battles in that one. So I'm going to go ahead and hit the challenge button as I introduce the team that I brought. It's Archeops, Diggersby, Cloyster, Meowstick, Carbink, and Ferrothorn. Now, unfortunately, I did kind of sway this toward 6 vs 6 instead of 3 vs 3. I feel like there's a bit of a difference. However, we're going to see what I can get done here. As my opponents brought Talonflame, Hydreigon, Aegislash, Venusaur, Garchomp, and Azumarill. So I see everybody's still on tryhard mode, which, I'm not taking offense to that. Now, looking this over, I don't like Azumarill right out of the gate. I feel like Azumarill is also probably going to show. Now, in addition to Azumarill, Hydreigon, probably not going to show. Talonflame should. Just looking around at some things. Talonflame should show up. And probably not Garchomp either. But, I mean, they could bring Garchomp. I think I'm going to bring Archeops, Cloyster, and Ferrothorn. As much as I really want to bring Diggersby, I feel like Diggersby could get some things done here. However, you know what? I am going to bring Diggersby. I'm going to bring Diggersby, Cloyster, and Ferrothorn. And I will actually lead with the Cloyster. Now, we're going to see how well this goes for me. Because obviously, that's looking like a Mega Venusaur, which means Cloyster is not going to be able to do a ton to it. But we shall see. Now, I don't know if Mega Venusaur shows, though. I mean, I did bring a bird. So maybe, maybe not. Okay, they lead with Azumarill, which, I mean, it's not the worst lead for me to see, but it means that Cloyster's probably going to die, if I had to take a guess. Now, I don't know why my options menu hasn't popped up. There we go. Alright, so obviously I'm going to stick around. I'm going to fight this thing. And I think I'm going to do so with a Rock Blast. Just get in as much damage as I can. They withdraw. Huh. Probably worried about taking too much damage. They go into Hydreigon. Now, they had to know that I wasn't going for the Icicle Spear there. So Hydreigon is going to take a pretty decent amount of damage. However, I don't want to be stuck in the Rock Blast. They could also drop a Draco Meteor on me, and since I'm specially thin, I'm actually going to switch out into Ferrothorn. Now this thing could be packing a Flamethrower. It would be really bad news for that Ferrothorn. However, I'm going to find out before I go assuming some things. Yeah, they go straight for the Draco Meteor. I'm okay with that, because the Draco Meteor is going to drop that special attack. I resist this, so it's going to do a little, but not a lot. Now, they're obviously going to go for the switch. I mean, it's not that obvious, but they should go for the switch here. Unless they're packing a Flamethrower, because it should be able to kill from this range. I, on the other hand, am going to go for a Gyro Ball. I don't expect them to show me their third Pokemon yet. I mean, they've seen two of mine. But they have to know that Cloyster was absolutely terrified of the Draco Meteor. Because if it hits, it's just dead instantly. They withdraw, which is perfect. Go into Azumarill. Go into Azumarill. Please go into Azumarill. They go into Venusaur. So, Venusaur, not certain why Venusaur. However, it does take a pretty good amount from that Gyro Ball. Huh. I think I'll do it again. Now, they withdraw. They're clearly going back into Haxorus. to try and get off another Draco Meteor. Now, this, not going to do a ton. Oh, it kills! That's wonderful. So I might actually end up dealing a ton of damage with Ferrothorn in this one, because obviously they don't want... They went into Azumarill. That's perfection. Azumarill's going to hate this Gyro Ball. They go for the Belly Drum. Now, do they go down? Oh, they don't go down into Citrus Berry range. That is perfection. This Gyro Ball is probably going to kill. It does not. So, I have to hope that Huge Power Diggersby can get the job done. Because I officially am... Well, Diggersby is going to get some help due to the Rocky Helmet. I was really worried about this Pokemon early on, so I packed Iron Barbs and a Rocky Helmet. Oh, maybe I didn't pack the Rocky Helmet. I thought I packed it. So, going into Diggersby now, gonna get that good old-fashioned cleanup kill. Hopefully. Hopefully. I'm thinking that there is nothing Azumarill can do right here, but I could be wrong. So first up, going for that quick attack. Just gonna get that in there. And yeah, that's a dead Azumarill. So Diggersby picking up a revenge kill, a very needed revenge kill as Belly Drum Azumarill. You guys know how much of a problem it can be. I don't have to explain it to you because that is just power. Now, Venusaur comes in. It's clearly going to go for a grass type something. So I don't want to switch out into Cloyster. I'm going to bounce, it looks like. I mean, a Stab Earthquake is going to be able to deal a ton of damage, but it is neutral. I feel like the bounce is probably going to pack a little extra. They Mega Evolve, which was expected. Highly unfortunate right there. However, Cloyster may be able to get the kill if they don't hit Diggersby, and they don't. So, there goes that. I'm going to bounce up into the air, and Venusaur is about to get really mad, because there is nothing he can do about it. Now, all I'm waiting on is my opponent to pick a move, and they can pick a move, pretty much any move. They go for the Energy Ball, just wasting off a turn. I go for that huge powered bounce. That is enough that Cloyster will get a kill. So, going for yet another bounce, they're going to kill me here, because they're terrified of Diggersby. And Diggersby did go down. Now, last but most certainly not least is that Scarfed Cloyster, which I think it was Dow asked me why I decided to Scarf it instead of something else. Something else, most definitely. I don't remember what. Icicle Spear, getting that kill in, because obviously that Scarf, bringing the pain. Now, the reason why, actually I'll start talking about it next episode, because we don't really have time left, or not next episode, but next battle, because we don't really have time left to go into the explanation at this moment. But I hope you guys enjoyed round 1. Round 2 is coming in probably about 5 seconds, so you guys sit tight and I will be right back. Already hit that challenge button, so we're pretty much waiting to see who you get to go up against in this one. I'll go through the Pokemon list and then I'll explain part of why I went with the Choice Scarf instead of the Focus Sash, because there are some reasons in here. Now, my opponent brought Gardevoir, Nidoking, Scizor, Gyarados, Machamp, and Noivern. Now this is a problem. Biggest problem obviously being that Scizor. Because Scizor, it's going to be able to deal out a ton of damage. And I do pack 3 Pokemon with a super effective weakness. One who is double weak to the Steel. So obviously Carbink won't be coming this time around. Meowstic might. I might bring Meowstic. Now, Noivern makes me want to bring Cloyster. Gyarados really makes me want to bring Cloyster. I don't know if this is going to be Mega Gardevoir or if it's going to be Mega Gyarados. I would almost have to guess that it's Mega Gardevoir. Now, I don't really pack a lot for fairies on this team. I have been completely underestimating the fairy presence on Battle Spot, although I am taking this into recent consideration. I haven't seen a lot of fairies. Now, Nidoking would hate Diggersby enough that I want to bring it. So I'm thinking Cloyster, Diggersby, Ferrothorn. Although Diggersby would have problems with Machamp, possibly. Maybe I'll bring Diggersby, Archeops, and Ferrothorn. I need the ice. I am bringing the exact same team for round 2. So I'm going to also lead this time around with Cloyster. So, first time in a while I've brought the exact same 3 Pokemon back to back. I don't normally do that. I normally switch up at least a little bit. But of course my opponents also normally force me into it. Whereas this time around, I feel like they quite possibly are the best options I've got. Now, that Scizor is going to be a huge problem, and it leads. The Scizor is leading the charge. So, I think that the biggest problem here is obviously, that's the Mega Scizor. It's not a Mega Gyarados or a Mega Gardevoir. It's Mega Scizor. Now, Mega Scizor is going to be going for bullet punches, so I'm going to swap out into Ferrothorn to take those and deal out some Iron Barb damage. It might pack like an X-Scissor, so that'll deal neutral, but it's still, I believe it's still contact. But we're going to be taking about equal damage from attacks and defense. So what I'm thinking here is just go straight into probably a Thunderbolt. Thunderbolt looks good. They go for a Swords Dance, looking to up the damage differential so that they get a lot more out of their hits, because obviously the Iron Barbs are not looking good for them. This is still not doing great damage. However, the Thunderbolt could cause Paralysis Hack. I mean, if I have to hope for hacks, that would be the one to hope for. I am curious as to what item I put on Ferrothorn. I should have checked between matches. You know what? I'm going to check right now, actually. Because we all know I'm going for another one. Oh, yeah, I'm going to keep going for those. I forgot completely about that. I actually packed a Metronome on Ferrothorn, expecting that to be completely necessary. Scizor takes my Metronome. Huh. So, it's looking to get some really good damage in on me here. I crit, but I do not get the Para Hack, so Scizor is going to take me out. Going for the Bullet Punch, which is going to have increased power with the Technician. However, the Iron Barbs ties us out. I didn't think I was close enough to get that kill. So Ferrothorn actually single-handedly... Oh, it didn't get the kill. However, Diggersby is more likely than not going to get the cleanup. We're going to find out. Now, if Diggersby catches the cleanup with the Quick Attack, that is beautiful. Ferrothorn almost single-handedly handled Scizor, though. So I give Ferrothorn huge credit right there. That was a very needed situation. Now, who do they go into here? Because that wasn't Mega Scizor, which is really shocking. They send out Gyarados, who gets off an Intimidate. Obviously, I'm not sticking around for that. I'm going to switch straight into Cloyster. And then I'm going to go for probably Rock Blast, honestly. If I have to be completely honest right there. Because the neutral... Well, or would a neutral... Oh, and they get the burn. First hit. So that is going to really hurt my tactic right here. I think the question becomes, does the Stab Icicle Spear hurt more than the Rock Blast? Because I think the Rock Blast has higher power too. But I'm going to find out about this Icicle Spear. I'll do a couple of those. They withdraw. Do I see Noivern right here? Because if I see Noivern, that's perfection. No, it's Machamp. Machamp is probably just going to eat these up. No super effective damage here. And after the burn, I am dealing pitiful damage. And I do mean pitiful. However, I will be able to get 2 rounds of these off. It's not Guts Machamp. So, what's the other one? Is it Sheer Force? Because I don't think it's, what is it, Iron Fist? I don't think it's Iron Fist at all. I catch a crit, bound to happen at some point in time. I hit another 5 times. They go for a Dynamic Punch. That is going to kill. That's just, yeah, it's going to mop me up. It's going to get me out of the way. So, going into Diggersby, once again. Oh, it's no guard. That's what that thing is. Now, Diggersby should be faster, so I'm really tempted to go for the bounce. Really, really tempted to go for it. Even though, will no guard catch me in this semi-invulnerable turn of bounce? I don't think so. So I'm going to go for the bounce. They go for the Dynamic Punch, which obviously hits due to the no guard, and kills. Oh, it doesn't kill. Terrible. I did not realize Machamp was going to be... It's probably got some kind of speed investment. However, if they don't switch out here, I'm shocked. I have to hope I don't kill myself in confusion, because the confusion would do it. They do withdraw and go into the Gyarados, who's obviously... It still gets the Intimidate off even though I'm semi-invulnerable. That is terrible. So, that's a crit. It paralyzes? Somehow. I didn't know it could do that. And Diggersby feints to do the Life Orb, so I don't bring the differential down. We end this episode once again. I think this is almost like 2 weeks in a row like this, where we go 1-1. However, I do hope you guys enjoy this episode. Sorry it comes in so late. And without further ado, I'm going to get out of here. You guys have a nice night, and I will see you tomorrow with Survival Saturday.